Assalamualaikum students. Today's topic is going to be about numericals of the chapter dynamics. Now let us do some numericals for it. The first numerical says a force of 20 Newton moves a body with an acceleration of 2 meter per second. What is the mass? The answer should come 10 kilograms. So the solution is, first of all, we have a force of 20 newtons. Acceleration which is given to us is 2 meter per second square, and we have to find the mass. So by applying the second law of Newton, which is equal to F is equal to ma, we get m is equal to f over a. Just by rearranging this formula, what do we get? We divide 20 by 2, we get 10 kilograms, and hence our answer, which is 10 kilograms. Question number 2 of the same chapter. The weight of a body is 147 Newton. What is the mass? They take the value of g as 10 meter per second squared. The answer should come 14.7 kilograms. So the given data to us is weight, which is 147 kilograms, or sorry, Newton. Acceleration due to gravity is constant. That is why we are taking 10 meter per second square. We have to calculate the mass. The formula: W is equal to mg. That means weight is equal to mass into gravitational acceleration. Putting in values, m will be equal to W divided by g. Putting the values of W, it will be 147 divided by 10. So answer is 14.7 kilograms, which is the required answer over here. Question number 3. How much force is needed to prevent a body of mass 10 kg from falling? Now, F is equal to, we know ma, and we have to find that F. Acceleration due to gravity is constant, so we are taking it as 10 meter per second square because it is falling. The mass is equal to 10 kilograms. The formula, because it is falling, the force is equal to the weight, and weight we know is mass into acceleration due to gravity. So F is equal to mg. Putting the values of m and g, we get 10 kilograms is equal to 10 meter per second square, which is the value of g. So the force required over here is 100 newtons. Find the acceleration of a body to produce a force by 100 newton in a mass of 50 kilograms. So we have to find it for 2 meter per second square, the acceleration part. We have to find the acceleration. Force is given to us. Mass given to us is 50 kilograms. First of all, we must follow the formula F is equal to ma, which is the second law of Newton. It says when a force is applied on the body moves in the direction of the force. A is equal to F over m. Putting the values of F and m, F is equal to 100 Newton, which is over here, and m is equal to 50 kilogram. Dividing them, we'll get 2 meter per second square, which was our required answer. A body has a weight of 20 Newton. How much force is required to move it vertically upward with an acceleration of 2 meter per second? Now, weight is given, not the mass. So how do we calculate the mass from the weight? Because we know W is equal to mg, so we can say like that. We can write it over here that W is equal to mg, and we know the value of g, which is constant, which is 10 meter per second. So we can rearrange it and find out the value of m. Let us calculate how this is done. The solution which is given to us, the weight, which is 20 Newton, acceleration is 2 meter per second, which we have to calculate for it. Force we have to find out with what force it goes up, and acceleration which is given to us is 2 meter per second square. The weight of the block, or the attraction of Earth by which it pulls it towards the center, is 20 Newton, and we are moving against it like this. So we have to calculate the force. As we know, the weight is equal to mg, and which is equal to 20 Newton. So the mass will be equal to W divided by g, which is 20 divided by g. So the mass will be equal to 2 kilograms. Now we have the mass and acceleration with us. Now we can put in the formula of second equation of motion. F is equal to ma. We'll get 2 kilogram multiplied by 2 meter per second square. So the force will be equal to 4 newtons. Now this is a very interesting question. In this question, he says that two masses of 52 kilogram and 48 kilograms are attached to end of a string that passes of a frictionless pulley. Find the tension in the string and acceleration in the body when both masses are moved vertically. And these are the answers. This is the answer for tension, which is a force, and 0.4 meter per second squared is the acceleration. Now we know the formulas, and what is happening over here, the heavier mass is pulling the lower mass towards itself like this. Let's call the heavier mass M1 and the smaller mass M2, and let's observe that we call it the M1, that object A, and M2, the object B. So the tension in this case over here is less than the weight. That is why the body is moving in this direction. So according to the second law of Newton, the mass M1 and it is moving with some acceleration A, and we have to find the value of A. So M1G minus T, that means the weight minus the tension. Tension was in upward direction of on the string, and the weight was pulling the mass down, and the whole thing was going down with some acceleration. In this scenario, in the opposite case, this mass was less than the tension. That is why it moved with some force in the opposite direction right over here against the weight, which is M2G. Now, how can we solve this by the help of formula? The values which are given to us is the mass of the first object, which is M1, which is over here, which is 52 kilogram. Similarly, the mass of second body, which is M2, which is 48 grams. The tension in the string is T, which we have to find out, and the tension in, or the acceleration in the string, which we also have to find out. The formula for tension in the string is given by T is equal to 2m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2 into G. Putting in the values of m1 and m2, what do we get? 2 into 52 into 48 divided by 52 plus 48 into 10. Where does 10 come from? The value of G is taken as constant, and it has the value of 10. Solving it, what do we get? Just by multiplying these two values, we get the value of 100. So we'll put in 100, 10 of this 10 cancel out with this 10 of the 100. So 4,992 divided by 10. So approximately its answer is going to be 4,992 divided by 10, or 499.2. Rounding it off, we get 500 approximately. To find the value for acceleration, we have the formula. Acceleration is equal to m1, which is the mass of the first body, minus m2, which is the mass of the second body, divided by m1 plus m2, and G is taken as it is, and multiplied by the whole component. What do we get? We get 52 minus 48 divided by 52 plus 48, putting the value of the formula. The value of G is, as we know, 10 meter per second square. Solving it, what do we get? 52 minus 48 will get 4. 52 plus 48 we get 100. This 10 cancel out with this 10. So 4 divided by 10 is going to be 0.4 meter per second square, and these are the answer required by the book as well. Now question number 7. Question number 7 says two masses of 26 kilogram and 24 kilograms are attached to the ends of a string which passes over a frictionless pulley. 26 kilogram is lying over a smooth horizontal surface, that means it is M2, and 24 Newton passes mass is moving vertically downward, that means this is M1. Find the tension in the string and acceleration in the body. Now in this case, we are going to find the tension in the string and the acceleration in the body by using this diagram. Now this is M1 over here, like this, and we call it a body A. And this is M2 on the top, which is sliding, and let us call this body B. So M1 is heavier than M2, so it will basically pull it down. It's an acceleration, and for that, as we know that its weight is greater, so M1G1, which is the weight, is greater than tension, and how much it is applying the force, which is M1A. But in this case, this body is only feeling one force towards the pulley. The upward force, in this case, the reactionary force, which is the opposite to the weight of the body, are being cancelled out. So that is why it is not moving up or down or vertically, it is only moving horizontally towards the pulley. Now let us calculate what is the acceleration in this case and the tension. The solution, the mass of the first object is M1, which is given 26 kilograms. The mass of the second object is M2, which is 24 kilograms. The tension in the string is given by T, and the acceleration we have to calculate right now. The formula for T in this case is M1 M2 divided by M1 plus M2 into G. Putting in the values of M1 and M2, we will get 24 into 26, 24 plus 26 into 10. What do we get? After multiplying 24 into 26, we get 624 divided by 50. 10, when cancel with this 50, we get cancel up with the zeros. So it will be 624 divided by 5, like this. The steps are being repeated. So we'll repeat the procedure again. And by this, we can cancel out 624 divided by 5, and it will be 124.8, or rounding it off to 125 Newton. Similarly, we will get for the acceleration, the formula is going to be A is equal to m1 divided by m1 plus m2. Putting the values of m1 and m2 and value of g, which we know is constant value, we get 24 divided by 24 plus 26 into 10. What do we get? We get 24 divided by 15 into 10. So this 10 and this 10, 15 cancel out. So 10 ones are 10 and 10 fives are 50. So this will be 5. So 24 divided by 5 will get 4.8 meter per second square, which is the acceleration of this body, which is moving due to the tension produced by mass m1. Let's do question number 8. How much time is required to change 22 Newton second momentum of a force of 20 newtons? Now, the solution for this question is the momentum is given 22 newtons second, force is given to us 20 newton. So we have to find the time. What is the relationship between momentum and force? So we know that the rate of change of momentum, or the change of momentum with respect to time, like this, the change of momentum with respect to time is known as force. Just over here. Now, if we apply the same formula like this, F is equal to T divided by T, which is momentum divided by time. So if we want to calculate time, time will be equal to momentum divided by force. So it will be 22 Newton second divided by 20 newtons. So the answer for that time is going to be 1.1 second. Numerical number 9. How much force of friction between the wooden block of mass 5 kg and horizontal marble floor? The coefficient of friction between the floor and marble is 0.6 Newton. Sorry, no newtons, because it is a ratio, so there is no unit written over here. The answer should come 30 Newton. That means that much force has to be applied. So let us look at the situation. This is the marble floor on which there is a wooden block, and it has to slide over it. How much force is to be applied on this mass of block of 5 kg to basically slide over it? So the mass given to us is 5 kg. The coefficient of friction is mu, which is 0.6. We have to find the force. The formula for this one is F is equal to mu mg, where the value of g, as we all know, is 10 meter per second square. Putting in the values, we'll get 0.6 into 5 kilograms into 10 meter per second square. Putting in the values, we get 30 newtons, and that was our required answer as well. The last question of this chapter says, how much centripetal force is needed to make a body of mass 0.5 kilogram to move in a circle of radius 50 centimeter. Now we have to convert this 50 centimeter into meter, because every answer should come in SI units. With a speed of 3 meter per second square, the answer should be 9 Newton. Now how is it possible? So we have to calculate the centripetal force, which is Fc. The mass of the body is 0.5 kilogram, which is also in SI units. So the radius was in 50 centimeter. We divide it by 100 so that it becomes in meter. So if we divide it 50 by 100, we get 0.5 meters. The speed is equal to, which is given to us, is 3 meter per second. Now, as all we know, that the formula for centripetal force is Fc is equal to mv square divided by r, where if in a circular motion, anything which has to be kept in the circular motion, it depends upon its mass, which is moving like over here, the velocity, it is moving in a circular point, and the radius r, which is from the center to the circumference of the circle in which it is moving. Now we have all the values, and putting the values in the same formula, we get the mass was equal to 0.5, the velocity we have to take the square of, which is 3, and divided by r, which is 0.5. So this 0.5 and this 0.5 cancelled out. We take the square of 3, we'll get 9 Newton. And this is how we can solve all the question of chapter dynamics. Inshallah, we'll meet again. I hope you understand this numericals. Allah Hafiz.